Okay, so let's start here. So for you, we've got bust independent and we've got moon soul. So this is saying that it depends. This is feminine energy, the moon, the cycles of the moon, and it can sometimes represent feminine figures or female figures, or tapping into feminine wisdom, or feminine issues like bodily issues, cycles, and so on. It can also indicate pregnancy or birth, things like that. So you may be in the situation. It depends on your situation, where you are in your relationship. So take that as it resonates. Or you may be, going through different cycle changes within your life or within your body, or just riding the cycles within your relationship. This is another aspect. But what it is saying is bust independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So even if you have been in a relationship, whether you're just going into it, obviously this is important and to bear in mind, but it can also be, even if you've been in a relationship for some time, you may be married, you may have children, whatever the situation is, it's saying that you need to maintain some kind of independence. So now this can be across the board. This can be with regards to your ownership. So you have your own car, your own properties, your own investments, your own financial portfolio, whatever it may be. But it can also be simply independence of thought and independence of time. So this can be about enjoying time for yourself, for your own hobbies and interests and so on. But it can also be to do with your friendships, time that you put aside for your friends, your time to enjoy yourself. Self-care is important, nurturing, diet, health and well-being. All of these things come in with the moon. But your moon is also about your habits. It's about your moods, and all of these aspects come in. So make sure that you stay balanced, because the moon can easily get out of balance with all the different cycles going on. So you've got to learn to ride them. And when you need to retreat and withdraw and to build up your energy and to recenter yourself, then that is when you withdraw. And when you need to be out there busy doing things, nurturing and helping others and being concerned with your family, or just enjoying nurturing your family, then that is when you are out there. But you need to put time aside for yourself, or for your interests, or for your own financial situation, whatever it may be, however it applies to you. There's some independence which is required, and this is going to be a foundation for you. It could be your own business, or it could be just time, as I say, to do your own thing within your relationship. So just see how that resonates for you. But the moon is always about cycles of all sorts, feminine wisdom, feminine issues. This could just be you tapping into your feminine wisdom in order to pursue your own independent interests. It can also be your own opinions, differing from your partner in some way, or having different ideas and so on. The moon is also about, it's very reflective, very nostalgic in some ways as well. So it could be that you could be looking back at going down memory lane for some reason. It's fine to bring the wisdom and the understanding and all of that from the past, but you can't live there. All right. So take what you can from the past, enjoy a little trip down memory lane or whatever it may be, but then come back. It can also be to do with, as I said, birthing, and this can be ideas, but it can be physical birthing or things to do with the physical body cycles. You could also be, if you're a masculine, you could also be going through different cycles, or you could be tapping into your feminine energy, which is the receptive energy. It's the nurturing and the creative energy. All of these aspects come in as well. You may also be intuiting certain things, because the moon is very strong with intuition and instinct. So you could be going by instinct. You could be using your intuition very strong, or your intuition is heightened at this time because of the moon, which is emotional. This is your emotional body, your emotional self is where your moon is. It's also where you go to relax and have time to enjoy yourself and just, recenter yourself and to nourish yourself. So I do feel that this is saying, in some aspect, that you do need to nourish yourself. You do need to nurture yourself, as well as your family and those around you, your nearest and dearest. But you also do need to nurture yourself. And this is why this independence is coming up. It's saying that, there are aspects of your life where you need to have your own time. The moon also does bring in crowds in some ways, and it can also bring in fame. There may be some sort of journeys associated with this as well. So just take it as it resonates for you. But it's a very emotional energy, very intuitive and instinctive energy. Now, for your person, Grand Trine blessings. So they're in a good space at the moment. They've also got Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. So love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So this is a message for them. This could be for you, the way they are looking at you, or it is the way they are viewing their situation in general. Unconditional love is giving love without expectation. All right. So take that in context for your person. They may have conditions around that. Maybe they have, conditions around the love that they offer, or maybe they have learned that from their parents or from their conditioning or from their programming, or they may be just learning this lesson in themselves in some way, shape, or form. This Grand Trine blessings energy is a very, very nice energy to be coming in. It indicates a lot of flow. So they have probably more than likely been through some sort of difficulty or have been through a difficult period in their life. Probably quite recently. And it's saying that this period is now coming to an end. So whatever difficulties, hurdles, blocks, inhibitions even, this not being able to love unconditionally could have been a block. All right. So just see how it resonates. But this is saying that these blocks and issues or problems or difficulties or hurdles that they've had will be removed or lifted away. And then there will be a better flow. This is a beautiful flow of energy. So it's harmony, it's contentment, it's feeling, in a very good space, lots of flow, lots of energy moving forward now. There's movement forward. There's no blocks and stressful times. That has been lifted away or will shortly be lifted away. And it's saying that it can also be completion in some ways, or closure in some ways. So take that as it resonates. It's either applying to your relationship, or it could be closure or completion of a project or something which has been difficult for them to learn or grasp or overcome or get through. And it's saying that the blocks are being removed. And there's also unconditional love coming in. So they may have been through a difficult situation, however it is. And it's saying, love yourself. So they must learn to do this. Others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Okay. So this is a big lesson for everybody to learn. It's not specific to your person, but it's something that all of us have to grasp at some point. But it's giving love without expecting anything in return. That is the basis of unconditional love. Now we've got here, Mother Mary, expect a miracle. So I feel that something is coming in to do with that. It could also apply later on here as well. So Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. All right. So there's some aspect of their life coming in, and it could also be you have sent up a prayer to do with your situation. Possibly you have a query or you have something that you're working on. So one or either of you, or could be both of you within the relationship, have prayers that have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So expect a miracle. It may not look exactly like what you asked or what you expected, but it's going to come to you in some way which is going to help you. So let the universe design this miracle for you, perfectly for you and your situation, or for your person, or however it resonates. Now we've got here, we've also got have faith in your dreams coming up. So have faith in your dreams. This is the bottom of the Moonology, waxing crescent moon. So this is about, this is heading towards the full moon. So this is the build up of energy. It's like an energy or a dream or something that you're working on. It could even be you if you are birthing, or if you are conceiving and now you're going towards birthing, or you are birthing an idea, or it could be the relationship. Perhaps you're coming together now more formally, however it applies. But this is heading towards the full moon, which is the result, or to a culmination, or to a, some sort of, something is about to come to a head of some sort. So take it as it resonates. Have faith in your dreams. This is about standing firm in what it is that you're working your way towards. Having faith that what you have asked for, what you've requested of heaven, is being answered for you in the very best way possible. Let heaven design this for you. Don't have an expectation of how it should look or how it should be unfolding for you, or when, dates. Just let heaven take care of that. So have faith in your dreams. This is the building up of energy. It's the gaining momentum now. So just hold fast to your vision of the future or whatever it is that you're working towards. Now we've got here for the current situation. So this is right at this time, Ishtar boundaries, and we've got Black Moon Lilith. Okay, so this is tying in somewhat to this, and I feel it's mostly for you. So it's saying that there are some boundaries that are required here. Now, these can be boundaries within the relationship, which is going to give you this independence. Now, this, as I said, needn't be you don't have to do it in a sort of a way which is going to be hard for your person to swallow. You can maintain your independence in certain ways, and this can be independence of thought, it can be independence of opinion, independence of ideas outside of your relationship, but it can also be to do with your other affairs. It could be financial, it could be that you own property, or whatever it be, or it could just be allocating time for yourself to do your own, make sure that you follow up on your own interests and whatever it is that you're doing. So there's some sort of boundary check that is required. So love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. But it could also be family related. Maybe there are a few boundaries that need to be put in place there. Just do a boundary check. And make sure that you are allocating time where it's needed, especially for yourself and for your health and your well-being and for your personal emotional well-being. All right. That is what the moon is indicating. It's your personal emotional well-being. Make sure that you are spending time on your own or in your own space or doing your own creative activities. It could be cooking. It could be handcrafts, whatever it is, which is rich in happiness for you, whatever brings you happiness, your joy, whatever it may be. So there's a couple of boundary checks that need to be made. In some cases, it can be that you need to do a boundary check and remove boundaries that are no longer applicable. So because your person is actually feeling in quite a good position, is coming into a good positions of blessings for them. They could also be coming into their talents and skills and abilities. They could be discovering new talents and skills and abilities at this time. But there may be some aspect of, past relationships, hangovers from past relationships. And now you're coming into the relationship with this person, and there may be a few boundaries which you've had in place for a long time, which are now creating inhibitions for you or blocks for you or whatever it may be. So do a boundary check. Make sure that you're not blocking love from coming to you as well. So it's got to be brutally honest. You've got to look at your life. You've got to look at where things and how things are unfolding and how your person is relating to you, and make sure that the boundaries that you have got in place are still worthwhile and still working for you. And if they aren't working for you, then put a few boundaries in, or let go of ones that are not working for you. It can also be, with the Black Moon Lilith mystery, there can also be situations going on around your relationship. Okay. And this is where your boundaries may also need to come in. This is external. It's not necessarily within the relationship. So take it as it resonates. Black Moon Lilith mystery can sometimes mean that there are a few negative emotions flying around, or they could be like undercurrents going on. Now, these undercurrents can be jealousy, envy, bitterness, feelings of being overlooked. There could even be vengeful behavior with this. But it's either you are grappling with these emotions, or your partner is, or it's coming at you externally from other people. They may be seeing that finally you're coming into a beautiful relationship with your person, let's say, and they are not very happy, or they're displaying negatively about that. Then you've got to put boundaries in. You've got to put boundaries in so that they don't drain your energy. So take it as it resonates. It can also be that Black Moon Lilith can sometimes bring fame, can bring sudden fame into your life. Now, you did also have the Moon card, which can also be about crowds and, sort of having a higher profile as well. So it could be that one or other of you is experiencing this, and you don't want that to sort of infringe on your relationship. So therefore, boundaries are required again. Take it as it resonates. Black Moon Lilith is also about standing your ground. Okay, so this is the strong feminine power. It's the feminine, the witch's wand of power. All right, that power, that's strong. It can be dark. It can be a dark power, but it's also a very strong power. When that woman is standing in her power, there's not much that can shift her. So you may need to do that for external circumstances or within some aspect of your relationship, or it could be family matters. Again, boundaries. Stand firm on something which you feel is important, okay? And so that you are not overlooked, or so that you don't become resentful or bitter or angry and so on. There's some issues that need to be aired, or some certain things that need to be sorted out here. And a healthy outlet, but it's keeping control of emotions, because something said or done, an action taken from that negative base, whether it's anger or fear or bitterness or whatever it may be, can actually ruin something for you. It can ruin either your relationship, or it can ruin some other aspect, but it could also be that you are on the receiving end of this. So just see how it resonates for you. But there are some boundary checks that are required. And this can also indicate sort of clandestine emotions or clandestine affairs as well, or a clandestine affair. Maybe you and your person are in a secret love affair. I don't know. Take it as it resonates for you. But it's a very strong energy, standing your ground, but also dealing with negative emotions, whether they're within you or they're coming at you from other people. And there's things moving in the background. There's something lurking. There's something that you can't quite see. You can't quite see all the pieces of it with this Black Moon Lilith energy. So that is the current situation. So this is also why I feel you have sincerity here. So you need to have a sincere discussion with your person or with others that may be draining you, or you just may need to, as a couple, put a few boundaries in. Perhaps this is affecting you as a couple. So be sincere with each other, communicate with each other, and work out how this is coming at you, and what boundaries need to be checked and what boundaries need to be put in place, because your person has got some blessings coming to them. So they're going to be feeling contentment, happiness, even bliss in some ways, but they've got blessings coming to them. So I don't feel they are necessarily, causing the issue here. It may be within you, or it could be externally, but just see how it resonates. But be sincere in your interactions with your person and with your other people. Be sincere and work it out what needs to be done.